My name's Luke.
And my name is Ben.
And today we're going to be building an infrared remote reader.
That's right. We're going to be scanning multiple different button readings from a remote into a sensor and reading that off into a lab view so that will decode what buttons we press.
All right, let's get into it.
There we go.
So here's our physical circuit. We have our 5 volts coming in through here, and it powers this entire row, which ends up going through our infrared photoresistor, and then through a 100k ohm resistor, just so we don't burn this guy out, and then returns back to ground through the purple wire, which is hooked up respectively through our DAC. So here's our DAC. Through ports 1 and 2, this is where we're measuring our V out. We're getting a reading that we're able to transform into code that will tell us which number we're pushing. Here's how we're powering the entire system through 5 volts through our orange wire, and then its respective ground in the port that is next to it. For us to get the most accurate reading, we'll actually take the infrared remote and put it right on top of our diode, so that way it gets the most accurate reading.
Alright, so here we have our VI for our IR reader. What this does is it has the DAC assistant over here create a value of 5 volts, and then it measures the V out. It reads in particular values based upon these constants which we've set up, so time delay, frequency, and number of readings to get. So we have 90 readings at a frequency of 883 with a time delay of -1 second. It plugs those values into a waveform chart and also into a converter which converts into a double value, and that sends those series of values to a selector that makes it either a 1 or a 0, and it plugs that into an array. Now, based upon whether or not this is true or false, this selector, it will either read in a number or write a number. If it writes a number, then it creates a file with the array we have in it, and if it reads a file, it'll check to see what value I've sent it and compare that to the files that we've stored already, and it'll select the value for what our number is.
So these pre-stored values Ben is talking about is the code or the language that our VI is accessing every time it reads a file. This is for our number 1 button. It's just a series of 1s and 0s that varies between each number. Compared between numbers 1 and 6, that once you get farther down in the series of numbers, you'll see different combinations between 1s and 0s. This is what our VI is accessing, and this is what tells us what button we're pushing.
If I run this and I press 2, there. You see our selector put out our correct number 2, so I'll continue to run and tell you what I'm pressing so that you can check to see whether this works. So 6, 5, 9, and 7. As you can see, this clearly works. Here's the true case for reading. Here's the false case. This is how it would check to see.
That's a little bit about our infrared remote reader and how it's coded. We really hope that you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.